Friday Night Blitz is sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
We're the Ankeny student section, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz.
Well, welcome into the first Friday Night Blitz of the season. I'm Raina Garcia, joined by Jake Brennan, and this is a very special year for us here at Local 5 because this is the 25th season of Friday Night Blitz.
Can't even name all of the people over 25 years that have covered incredible stories and made it for a memorable show. I'm lucky to just be a small part of those 25 years.
As am I.
Well, for our game of the week this year, it's Ankeny against Ankeny Centennial, and this is a game that happened twice last year. That first game, Ankeny came back from 17 down to beat Centennial in double overtime, and then they met in the state semifinals, and it was Ankeny once again winning a 10-7 nail-biter. This rivalry game always has high stakes.
Not much like it. Sophomore year, we didn't even make the dome, and that was heartbreaking. So to be able to get back against our rival in the dome, nothing like it.
Going out 10-7 didn't go the way we wanted. We had our hiccups and we messed up, and we own it. But we used those hiccups and those mess ups, and we came back better than ever this summer, and we're ready to go.
One play either way. We could have lost both games last year just as well as won both. So, hopefully it's just as tight this year, and we'll see what happens.
This isn't just any rivalry. These relationships go way back.
We used to play with them AJF. It's combined, like when we were in middle school and elementary, so. And then this them being us in high school, it just doesn't sit right with me, so. And the rest of the guys on our team.
We've known all these guys for like 10+ years playing football with each other, but once you step across those lines, you don't really care. All that goes out the window, and you're just trying to beat the other team.
The buzz in the stadium will be palpable. Neighbors becoming rivals for one night.
You'll go to the stands, you'll see 10,000 people there. There's only standing room. I mean, for us as a team, you win this game, the momentum for the rest of the season is carried on.
There's always going to be banter back and forth, but at the end of the day, it's just a football game. And I think it really brings the whole city together and gives it one place to be, one thing to cheer for.
Game of the week, sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
They weren't lying. It was standing room only for the Hawks and the Jags. First quarter, a 44-yard attempt for Ryan Bendazoo is right through. What a kick as Centennial takes a 3-0 lead. First play of the second quarter, Luke Anderson connects with Andrew Brandhorst. He won't be caught. 79 yards on 3rd and long to give Ankeny a 7-3 lead. Next possession, Chase Kluver looking downfield for Caleb Reed, and that ball is intercepted. What a grab by Lamarius Clark. The Hawks would capitalize with a field goal. End of the first half, Chase Kluver fakes the handoff, rolls out, pump fake one, then he finds his man Sam Heather into the end zone, tied at 10 at halftime, and Centennial surges in the second half. The Jags beat Ankeny for the first time since 2021.
Well, let's head to Adel, where the ADM Tigers were hosting the Newton Cardinals. First quarter, ADM trying to establish the ground game, and Harvey gets the handoff, finds some daylight, and turns on the Jets up the sideline. A great effort by Caden Klein, who runs him down inside the 10-yard line. ADM goes for it on 4th and goal, but the Cardinal defense gets the stop. Harvey runs into a wall, and the Tigers turn it over on downs. A great goal line stand from Newton here. Second quarter now, still scoreless. Scholl finds a wide open Reed of Starzik. No one home for the Cardinals as he takes it in for ADM's first points of the game. Later in the quarter, Scholl airs it out again, this time to the sideline. Corbin Reed comes up with a great catch over the defender. Moss and Dudes in week 1, pretty impressive. But shortly after that, this happens. Klein snags this one out of the air for the interception, but the Cardinal offense can't take advantage. ADM tacks on a field goal to end the half with a 10-0 lead, and they go on to defend their home field and defeat Newton 13-8.
Van Meter, they've won a few state championships at home against Underwood. A slow first quarter. That's until Van Meter's Adlai Lonesberry puts the Bulldogs on the board. Just a short little chip shot is good. 3-0 Bulldogs with just 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. First down for Van Meter. Tate Dodgett takes the handoff, fumbles. Ball is picked up by Lucas Bosey Jr. of Underwood. Then the Eagles take advantage. A 7-yard pass to Garrett Lewitt from Easton Robertson. Underwood takes a 7-3 lead, but the Bulldogs come back in the second half and make a statement. 17-7, the final.
Well, the last time Valley and Southeast Polk met was in the 5A state semifinals. The Rams, of course, went on to win it all. Tonight, we got a rematch between these two, and we'll send it out to Dave Bingham for the highlights.
So 25 years of the Friday Night Blitz since we started. And since we started, the largest class in Iowa football, the state champions, 20 of them have come from right here in central Iowa. I don't know if that's a coincidence, but 2 of them have won quite a few, Southeast, Polk, and Valley. Get it started tonight in week 1, 25 years of the Friday Night Blitz.
Well, 25 years, Coach Swenson's been the head coach at Valley. Brad Zelenovich was a senior at Simpson, but he's been coaching since 2004, some part here in the CIML, the Rams for 10. Tigers get it going early. Drake DeGroot up top to Zay Robinson. What a catch. Both defenses so good early, though. The Rams hold, get a turnover, and now it's the Tigers' turn. Holden Hansen hit by Andrew Price. Finally, in the second quarter, though, some offense. The Rams go 83 yards on this drive with third down completions from Hansen to Sam Zelenovich, and this shout out to Walters. Yes, first touchdown of the year, Friday Night Blitz after 25 years. Stuck on automatic. Zelenovich with the touchdown. 7-zip Rams. The Tigers have the answer. DeGroot to Jaden Brown. Not going to get him. Extra point, no good. 7-6. The Rams at the half.
A crazy second half. Southeast Polk goes ahead 17-13 when Hansen hits Caden Hillis right here. But Valley finds a way to end it. 30 seconds to go. Yes, that's Zay Robinson. Touchdown. The Tigers win this one 20-13. And I tell you, 25 years of the Friday Night Blitz, these two teams are great. These big schools in central Iowa just keep getting it done. 20 of the titles in the last 24 years. Could it be one of these two teams? It might be. They're all good around here. And as Walters would say, we haven't called off the blitz just yet, but that's going to do it from here. Valley the winner, 20-17.
All right, it's time for our first play of the week nominee. It comes from a game that was played yesterday. Hoover Samuel Zeze goes deep and finds Neo Francois. I don't know how he caught that ball, but it was awesome. That game got put on hold yesterday due to weather, picked back up today. Perry went on to win it 35-21. Well, still to come here on Friday Night Blitz, we'll go inside the huddle with North Polk as they prepared for their matchup against Bondurant Farrar.
This is the Ankeny Centennial Student Section, and this is your Friday Night Blitz.
Inside the Huddle, sponsored by Des Moines Orthopedic Surgeons.
Well, the North Polk Comets are coming off of a pretty good season last year where they made it all the way to the state semifinals. And despite losing several starters from that team, the Comets are determined to show they're still a top team.
Here we go. Looks like we'll be down here, Coach. Okay, down here on the 20 going out, 20 going out. Get a breakdown on Ben Brock. Let's go. For us, it's about replacing a lot of starters from a year ago, where our seniors last year were great leaders, and it's been fun to watch our senior group this year really take on the role of leadership and really push themselves and try to pull their teammates along to get ready for this year. Do something. Hey, come on, softs. Come on, juniors.
Well, the seniors really told us how to stay focused during practice and how to get the most out of practice even when you're not in on reps. So just making sure everyone, even the sophomores down, are knowing what they're doing.
Hey, this isn't like I go through the motions. This is go hit a bag as hard as you can with great technique. Here we go. Let's go, make sure we attack. Come on, Blacks, give us a good look. Come on, Black shirts.
Obviously, it's really important just because of the matchup, 7 and 8. Obviously, that's a big one, and setting the tone for the rest of the year. There are obviously doubters out there because of all the senior leadership we lost last year, but I think that this game is really important in that sense because we need to set the tone and show everybody that we deserve the rank that we have and we can climb even higher.
And the Comets starting the season off at home against Bondurant-Farrar, debuting the new bleachers and press box. First quarter, it's Otto Jones who takes a shot down the field and hits Riley Vanderlinden. A beautiful catch for a Blue Jay touchdown. But now it's the Comets' turn to respond. Nathan Feldman just outruns everyone here. He's going to take this one all the way. Touchdown North Polk with 9:46 left in the second quarter. Legend has it, he's still running to this day. Well, this game went back and forth. Now it's Blake Guthrie who shows off his wheels. He runs it in for a 20-yard touchdown with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. This game went to overtime, but North Polk wins a shootout over Bondurant-Farrar 42-41.
Now turning over to the Madrid Tigers hosting the Woodward Granger Hawks in the Battle of the Bridge. What a trophy. First quarter, the visiting Hawks strike first. Junior quarterback Talon Fusion throws it up for Kane Muller-Moreno. It was like a pop fly for him. 7-0 Woodward Granger. Into the second quarter we go. The Hawks junior duo had a day. Once again, a moonshot from Fusion to Muller-Moreno for their second touchdown. 13-0 Woodward Granger. But don't think Madrid came to their home opener without a fight. On fourth down, junior running back Easton Halverson punches it in, makes it 13-7. But before half, Woodward Granger does some damage. A third passing touchdown for Fusion, this time to Max Dalton, extending the Hawks' lead to 21-7. Madrid makes a valiant home comeback to get it to overtime, but Woodward Granger pulls off the win, 29-28.
And over at Valley Stadium, Dowling Catholic taking on Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Love that new logo from Dowling. First quarter, it's Deacon Cuchero with a nice catch and run to set up the first and goal for the Wildcats here, but it later be turned over on downs. Later in the first, Ian Middleton on the carry here. He finds the end zone and gets the Maroons on the board, 7-0 after the extra point. Let's move to the second quarter here. Jack Barrett, just prepare yourselves for this monster catch. Not easy at all, a defender in his face, but he makes it look easy, and that would lead to a field goal made by Marty Blount to make it 10-0 Dowling here. In less than 30 seconds before the half, Jacob Skoo would add on for the Maroons, catching the TD here. They went into the break with a 17-point lead, and they go on to win the season opener over Cedar Rapids Kennedy 24-12.
Coach of the Week, sponsored by Wyckoff Heating and Cooling.
Earlier, we saw Valley pull off the upset over Southeast Polk, so we're going to send it back out to Dave Bingham, who's standing by with our Coach of the Week. Again, for probably the 100th time in these 25 years, it's Gary Swenson.
Back on the Friday Night Blitz with our Coach of the Week, Gary Swenson.
A lot of fun. You still got that energy going. I love it. What we do here in Central Iowa on Friday night is pretty special, isn't it?
Well, it was a great game, and I'm not just saying that because we won. It was going to be I would have said that was a very good football game either way. Now, I'm obviously ecstatic that we came back and won the game, but I just like how we didn't quit. You know, we just hung in there, and we had some guys make plays. We got some playmakers, but we got a lot to work on. We got, get to play Dowling next week, so right back at it.
Isn't it interesting, though, how sometimes this all falls together? I mean, you had to play these guys, and you are just – seems like you're destined to play each other, and then you got to open up with them. And two of the best teams, and, man, they were ready, weren't they? They played a good football game against you tonight.
Well, I don't know what everybody else thought. I thought we would see a very good football team here, and that's what we saw. I mean, Brad and his staff are as good as anybody at getting the team ready, and that team of theirs was all going their way till right at the end. I mean, let's face it, we were having to kind of claw our way back in there, but we did.
What's been special, you think, about this team? You got some playmakers, obviously you got some talent, but the kids up front, what's special about you right now as you look at week one and you've been through this grind to get here? What's special?
Well, we got a lot of good high school football players, and then we got a handful of talented playmakers that have to come through in games like this. But I don't mean to minimize. We got 20, 30 really just good high school players. They're probably not going to go play college football, but they're really good high school players. I love them.
Congratulations to you and your staff. Great football game. Great way to start week one. $3.99. That's it. I won't say any more. Back to you guys in the studio.
Time for play of the week candidate number 2, a pop fly caught by Kane Mahler-Moreno in for the touchdown. It was like he was playing center field. That ball put them up 7-0. Woodward and Granger goes on to win in overtime, 29-28. And we've still got plenty more to come right here on Friday Night Blitz. It was a DMPS battle at Mediacom Stadium tonight between Roosevelt and Lincoln. We'll get into the highlights after the break. Our final play of the week candidate comes from right there at ADM. Hudson Scholl airs it out to Corbin Reed with the moss over the defender. What a way to start the season. To Mediacom Stadium for Roosevelt versus Lincoln. Lincoln backed up in their own end zone. Quentin Harrison gets to the quarterback. Loudon Plum recovers. That's 6 for the Riders. Roosevelt now with the ball on offense, looking to make something happen. Eddie Fulton takes the handoff, cuts upfield, and he will not be caught. 65 yards for the young running back. 14-0 Rough Riders. Still in the first half. Back to Eddie Fulton, and he won't be caught. Look at those moves, making everyone miss. 60-yard touchdown for 6. Roosevelt handles Lincoln in a DMPS battle, 30-8.
Game Ball, sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
Well, it is time now to give away our first game ball of the season, and this one's got to go to Valley's Zay Robinson, scoring that winning touch, and I believe he also had the game-sealing interception, so it's got to go to him.
Big game Zay. I mean, 9 receptions, 163 yards for the future Cyclone, and Valley becomes the first team not named Ankeny to beat Southeast Polk since 2019. I should have said big play Zay. That rhymes better. He was hurt all of last year, so to see him come back and do this in game 1 and a huge win, you gotta love to see it.
Yeah, a way to start. Well, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we are going to reveal who earned our first Play of the Week honor of the season.
Play of the Week, sponsored by Taco John's.
Well, welcome back to Friday Night Blitz. We had some awesome Play of the Week nominees, but only one can get the title for Week 1. So, Jake, who is taking home the first one of the season?
We're going to go to Mediacom Stadium, where it's Niao Francois from Des Moines Hoover hauling in that pass, mid-air adjustment, and somehow coming down with the ball for the huge gain. What a catch last night before the storms rolled through.
Yeah, I had to look back at my camera and replay that to see how he did it. It was insane. Definitely a fun game to watch before.
Crazy athleticism.
Definitely, and the Storms kind of ruined it, but at least they got to finish it today. But we are heading down the home stretch here on Friday Night Blitz, and when we come back, Jake and I will give our final thoughts on Week 1. Well, Week 1 is officially in the books. Jake, what stood out to you?
Well, it's hard to not talk about Valley. Going into Pleasant Hill and knocking off Southeast Polk, that is the Rams' first loss in their new stadium. They dropped to 7-1, and it's a 16-game winning streak that dated back to 2022 snapped. It's also, this is probably the craziest of all, it's Southeast Polk's first loss to a school not named Ankeny since 2019. That just shows their dominance, but it also shows just how impressive it is for Valley to go in there and make a statement Week 1.
Yeah, you know they wanted that one after losing to Southeast Polk in such big games. The semifinals last year, the finals the year before that. So definitely a great way to start your season with a statement.
And it's great for them to have Zay Robinson back. Who knows what that game could have been last year if Zay was healthy. And now they're arguably their best players back, and he's going to be featured in our Game of the Week next week against Dowling for one of the biggest rivalries in the state. I can't wait.
It's going to be a good one. Well, that's going to do it for us here on Friday Night Blitz. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Friday Night Blitz is sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.